Welcome to the Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Anderson's Bar and Grill and the Blind Tiger Bar.
Now we're going to do a tech test to make sure, Brendan, do we look okay and all that kind of stuff?
Well, the cameras are working, yeah.
Okay, cameras working. Okay, perfect. Okay, welcome. Thanks very much. I know there's a few more people that are going to come in after they had the wonderful dinner here in Anderson's tremendous event centre and wonderful food items, Ray. Did I tell you before this is my favourite venue in Sligo?
You did.
Yeah, closely followed by Blind Tiger as well is also brilliant. And the money is in the pocket. Okay, perfect. Okay, so that's that bit done. Thanks very much for coming out to see us again. We have not recorded the podcast in 3 weeks because Ray has been abroad. Because Ray has been abroad.
You can see my tan, can't you?
I can see your toes and it's making me awful
It's
uncomfortable.
terrible. They don't ever get out.
Honestly. They're the whitest toes I've ever seen. And then the nails are a completely different colour then. Okay, no, sorry, I don't want to draw too much attention to it. I can't stop looking at it now.
Want me to put a blanket on it?
Huh?
Don't
No,
put
it's
a
really
blanket
it's
on
actually
it.
making me uncomfortable. You're so white as well. Okay, so listen. Fair play to everyone who came out. We have people coming from all over the place. That's great. Based from Castlereagh. Roscommon well represented over there.
Is
Maura
it?
and Adrian, fair play to you. Yeah. That's Castlereagh people, Raymond.
I didn't think they liked you.
No, it's not that. It's my family that don't like me.
Okay.
It's a different thing. My family won't come to these events, but Castlereagh people actually might.
Yeah.
So 2 of them have come, so fair play to you.
Do you
for
know
coming
these
down.
people from school, or what is it?
Yeah, they would have been about 10 or 15 years older than me back in school, isn't that right? Yeah.
Right. They repeated.
Yeah, no, yeah. Oh, they stayed back a good few years now, the 2 of them. No, so fair play to you for coming down. Anyone else who hasn't seen us before, you're very, very welcome. Let's go through some of the ground rules. It's not going to take that long. We're going to talk shit for about 20 minutes or 25 minutes. Then we're going to take a break, and you can put money behind the bar and get yourselves a drink. And fair play to you for coming. Thanks for fair play to you. Oh my God, that girl's pregnant. Oh shit. Okay.
Wouldn't it be great if she went during the show?
Oh that's my wife, by the way. That's the.
And his housemate.
Yeah, that's my housemate, yeah. So, I got my housemate pregnant, okay? So, she is about 10 days out from what they told her was going to be her due date. So, it could happen at any minute. And if ever there was an incentive to pay for video on Patreon, it would be if she went.
It would make us. Literally would make us. Like.
If she, yeah, you could actually... Can you force it now? Squeeze. Like that.
Have we any midwives in the crowd? Great, that's promising.
Lovely. Melly, it looks like you're delivering the baby. If it comes right, you're the closest. Man. No bother at all. Tony, fair play to you. Sit down and let you. So 20, 25 minutes, and then we're going to take a break, and then we just come back for another 20 minutes or so, or whatever.
That's it.
So
Very
it doesn't
short.
actually take that long.
No.
Now, me and Ray haven't talked in about 3 weeks, so let's get straight into it. Ray, ask me how I'm feeling.
How are you feeling?
I'm fucking nervous, Ray.
Why?
Okay?
You all of a sudden?
No, not because of this live show and all of that.
Oh.
Because I'm about to be a father.
Yeah, father.
Okay. Now, it's not becoming a father that's making me nervous. Because Lord knows I probably have loads of kids already. I just don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not that aspect of it. It's what's going to happen to me. And I've only been thinking about it this week because we're at crunch time now, right? She fit to burst.
Yeah.
Okay. So it could happen in any minute. So what happens to me? And it's, I mean, very selfish, I think, probably, that all I'm thinking about is me in this situation.
It's not
I think
unlikely.
I'm going to be fine looking after a baby. Okay? Babies are easy enough. Like, I could probably change nappy and smoke 20 fags easy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Obviously, change nappy in the
Are
open air.
you going to be in the pub when she's giving birth?
That's an old school kind of a thing, is it?
I like it,
that's
though.
No, but that's not a tradition. That's alcoholism. Because, like, they used to say back in the day, oh, your father now was in the pub
Yeah.
like when you gave birth. He was also in the pub on your first birthday, your second birthday, your
Yeah.
third. He was in the pub all the time.
So you're going to
You
be
know what I mean?
there?
No, I'm not going to be one of those pub fathers. Like
Right.
I said, if there's football on the television, that's the only thing that might stop me from being somewhere. I've heard horror stories actually in the meantime as well. I got to be very careful telling this
Okay.
because it might be about some people that might find out. I'm not going to tell you the whole story either. Okay?
Go on, tell us the whole story.
No, I won't tell you the whole story. It's a story about recently. A lady was pregnant and didn't realise she was pregnant. Mm-hmm. And then she did know she was pregnant, but she didn't realise she was fit to burst.
Right.
And she had the baby on her bathroom floor.
Right.
And he was downstairs watching Match of the Day. Like. No, honestly. That's true as God. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that now. I hope they don't know this.
But
right?
sure, there's nothing linking them to this.
No, hopefully not.
No.
But the thing is, he walked into the Jacks
Oh.
and he saw two heads looking at him, really. You know what I mean?
And was it everywhere?
What do you mean?
Everywhere.
Well, it only comes out one end. Like. It can't
No,
be
but you know
everywhere, like.
the circumstances of the birth.
No, yeah, but I think it was... Did you know they can play peekaboo, like?
What?
Did you know that?
What are you talking about?
That a baby can come out and go, hello, and then tip back in again, apparently.
No way.
I swear to God. That's true. So baby can poke a head out, wink, and then tip back inside again.
All I can think of is those things in the arcades where you have the hammers.
Yeah,
you know?
it's like a whack-a-mole.
But it's just it's a simple one.
Yeah. It's like a whack-a-mole. Yeah, you're only hitting one thing. Well, don't hit it. But yeah, that can happen. So that can happen. So that child could come out and I don't know what happens when it goes back in. Like, does it come out and go, fuck this, I'm not doing it in the bathroom, and then go back inside again and say, unless you give me a top quality doctor, I'm not coming out. Like,
right.
You know, I don't know if that, but that scares the shit out of me.
I have one worry for you.
Go on.
That she's going to pee on you.
The lickler or the child?
Well, either, given the circumstances, you wouldn't know.
Well, there's a lot on Nicholas.
But just the whole changing of nappies. Yeah. That worries me. Now, I know this is probably not something I should be saying because obviously this doesn't fill Laura full of confidence for the future.
In your fatherhood
abilities.
in
my fathering abilities.
Okay, yeah.
But I worry about
though.
that you're flat out doing your best to change a nappy and then all of a sudden it goes again.
Okay, well, if you're worried about piss being the only... Like, there's an awful lot more that comes out that's way worse.
There's a vomit as well, I suppose.
Well, there's also, the poo-poo,
yeah.
and that is way worse than the piss. Apparently with fellas, I'm having a girl. Apparently with fellas, the worry is that they might pee on you.
Yeah.
Because that's like a fire hydrant hose. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
That's the one thing my mother consistently refers back to that I was very good at.
What?
Is hitting her in the face with it. Oh wait, no, I heard that in my head there now. No, I mean... Sorry, I mean with the pee. I didn't mean it in that way. I'll let you continue then.
But I try my best here, like, because it's an awful scenario. So,
wouldn't it be an awful way to be if you were?
So that's apparently not going to be a worry, but that's not my worry anyway. That's not what I was getting at. My worry is, what does it do to me internally? I
can imagine you won't be drinking as much.
Yeah, no, but I don't drink. You're boiling it down to basic, right? So for the last 9 months, and more so ramped up in the last 2 weeks. And it's already happened to me about 10 times tonight. Emma down below saying, "You're fucked, Kendy. Oh, that's it now, you're done." Okay? So everyone is telling me, that's it now. Forget all the crack now, Kendy, because it's over now. The crack is over. And that's okay. I've been told that for the last 9 months. And they all say the same thing. You don't know what's going to hit you till it hits you then. And I'm saying, well, then don't be telling me then. I'll wait for it to hit me.
This is your last live show. Unburdened and unresponsibility.
No, unburdened and that's perfect. That's exactly what I'm trying to get at.
Right.
So I'm talking to you normal here now. I've said some shit, Ray, in my lifetime. A lot of shit. Some shit that could get me in trouble. Okay? Some shit that means we'll never be on national airways.
No.
Okay? And if we ever were, we'd be in more trouble than the two Johnnies ever got for talking about bumper stickers. Okay? So, but what if I change then? So what if I'm like, let's say, I'll give you a scenario, okay? I love young ones. They're my favourites.
Yes.
I wouldn't try and have sex with anything else.
Yes.
Okay? So what I'm saying is that statement there now alone just came out of my head and I shouldn't have fucking said it.
No.
But, so what I'm saying to you is, how do I fucking describe this? Okay, me and you are sitting here now in 2 months' time and I have a baby.
Yeah.
And you say, Kendy, come here, tell that story about like all those young ones and how beautiful they were. And I go, excuse me, Ray, I don't talk like that anymore. You know what I mean?
Okay, so it's going to change the way you speak.
What if I become a born-again Kendy? You know what I mean? That's what I mean. If I become a born-again Kendy and
it
all
means
of a
we
sudden,
won't be doing much after this.
I cut out the misogyny completely. Which maybe you should cut out anyway. You shouldn't take a baby to stop being a misogynist. But like I stopped chatting about, young ones are tremendous. And cans and the whole lot.
The podcast won't last till Christmas.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're done.
Because I have no crack in my body, like at all, right? Yeah. Except for I just like talking.
Your casual misogyny.
Casual misogyny, Rabbit. And I mean, it's what's keeping this podcast afloat, really, is casual.
So enjoy tonight. This could be the last one.
No, but I just say, what if it is, though? What if that's it for me then? And there's no crack left in me at all. And I get thick at you every time you mention, excuse me, Ray, I have a daughter, actually, if you don't mind. Imagine if I turned into that prick as well.
I can imagine it happening.
Because there is pricks like that. I told you, there's about 30 pricks came up to me today saying, you don't know now, Kendy, until it happens, you never know. You know people who say, you go up to them and you say, Jez, I'm tired. And they say, wait, you have 8 kids, and then
but
tell
that's
me
what
if you're tired.
I'm afraid you're going to pull that on me.
No, I won't pull it on you, man.
We'll literally be going, well, how are you fixed for Monday night? I'm wrecked, I can't do it.
Yeah, but that's okay if I say
Don't be at that.
But if I say to you, no, but you don't understand
You don't have
tiredness
kids.
now. Yeah, until you have kids. Like,
Yeah.
I hate those wankers, man.
Then we're
that do
definitely
that.
replacing you.
You know? Because it's a competition then. A tiredness competition. No one can ever be more tired than me ever in the world because I have kids now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I won't turn into that, I promise you. Now, let's get into the crux. I know we kind of talked a little bit about your terrible sandals and all that. Is that your notes?
My notes.
Usually you have them written on your phone.
I know, but I said I'd go all out because there was a bit.
What?
There was a bit.
A bit of what?
A bit of notes.
All
So
right,
I said
okay.
I'd write them down.
But is this to do, can we talk about your holidays first?
Oh, this is my holidays.
Okay, Ray went on holidays to Greece. These blue sandals that you see on his feet, how many years have you had them?
I've had them since I went to Spain and I didn't like flip-flops.
You've had them since
Yeah.
you went to Spain, you didn't like flip-flops.
About 8 to 10 years.
Okay, so that is probably about 8 to 10 years too long on those, okay? For me.
They got some serious looks, I won't lie.
No, but so you're wearing them ironically now because you know that people are laughing at them. You didn't buy them ironically.
No, I bought them functionally.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you still wear them for their
I
functions.
still wear them functionally. I could drive down here this evening, no
Yeah.
problem. Do you know, I could run if I had to.
But people are looking at them though.
What?
Is there anyone here genuinely who looks at them and goes, yeah?
Gracie has a pair. I know this for a fact. I've seen them.
No, here's the difference though. Young ones now, they're wearing Birkenblocks.
Crocs. No.
What?
Birkenstocks.
Birkenstock, is that a dress? No.
No.
What's the fucking sandals that young ones are wearing? Leather. Birkenstocks.
They're not far off.
No, yeah, but
The arch bit is a little bit further down.
that's what I'm saying. Like, fashion is so weird, right? You could be fashionable. That's the point.
Yes.
Like, people could look at you and go, I really like what he's doing there.
Yes.
And you could have your picture
Does
taken.
anybody feel that way now? I'll carry on with my holiday story.
I'm glad that that's the case.
I'll now
by the
tell
way.
people about the adventures of the sandal.
Okay. This is like a prequel to Star
Yeah,
Wars.
no, they didn't
Adventures of the Sandal.
The Adventures of the Sandal. They didn't get a lot of wear the first few days.
Why?
Because we went to a place called Wineport, which is a
That's
fancy...
not Greece.
No, it's not. The first
Oh, yeah.
few days of my 2 weeks off were spent in a place called Wineport Lodge, which is fierce fancy.
It's outside that lawn.
It is.
Yeah, you look across the bay.
It was my mother and father's 40th wedding anniversary.
Oh, well,
which is celebrated these days because 40 years of hanging out with each other, that's a lot.
Jesus, it is.
Yeah.
In fairness.
So we celebrated by going the whole family down to Wineport Lodge.
Right.
And I was sharing a room with my sister Marie.
Lovely.
Yeah, she's here in the audience
She
tonight
is.
now. I won't
Fair.
point her out.
Don't.
But it was an exciting time because both of us would be avid sleep talkers.
What? Does she sleep talk as well?
She's a different brand of sleep talking though.
Can you sleep talk together?
I think we sleep talked. Yes, we sleep talk together. So I'd be talking, I'd be very animated in my sleep talking. She's a whisperer.
Okay.
So she'd be whispering away in the background while I'd be chatting.
Honest
So-
to God.
but-
This is like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest stuff like.
So, and then the other two sisters then actually managed to, Karen and Joanna in the other room, and they actually talked to each other, but not about the same thing.
But
They
are they sleep
interact.
talking as well?
They're sleep talking as well.
So the whole family sleep talking?
And well, no, the mother and father are mostly snorers.
Right,
That's
okay.
just like a
But
train
you're
in the
all
night.
noisemakers, though.
All noisy rooms.
You
yeah.
all make noise.
So it was nice that we were all paired off. But Marie now came well prepared. She was blindfolded and had earmuffs and the whole lot on.
Okay.
Yeah, in the room with me.
Right, okay.
She bought one of these fancy...
Why was she blindfolded though?
She blindfolded herself.
What was she afraid of? Ray, if you take that out.
No, she blindfolded. She got this fancy yoke, which is like a thing that you put over your head. It's like a hairband, but gone wrong. So it covers your eyes and your ears. And it's noise cancelling, so she can't hear anything.
Right.
And she can't see anything.
And is she also strapped to the bed as well? Like that?
It's not, no.
The hell? Okay.
No, that's not where the weirdness stopped either, yeah. So
Right.
she was blindfolded inside the room with me, and I was shouting away and beside the bed over beside her, and then she was whispering away, and it was just good crack. But we had a lovely, restful few nights' sleep. But then some of the other highlights from Wineport were, and I'm going to give you two topics. First of all, the hot tub experience.
With your family?
Yes. Specifically with my sisters. There's something...
I mean, it's something I've always dreamed of. To be honest.
It was,
You know?
I have to say, it was something that was, like, this is something that Wineport do. They have these two hot tubs down a little raft on the lake.
Oh, savage.
Yeah, so
She
you get
could go out to
seasickness.
sea.
You get
Yeah, the
seasickness
fuck?
in the hot tub.
Is she anchored?
She's a bit anchored, yeah.
Yeah, the fuck she could take off out of it.
But you tip down through the hotel in your robe,
Right.
So it was me and the two sisters walking through the hotel, like in a robe.
Yeah.
And slippers, little slippers, not these ones. And went down, and then an Eastern European lady then guides you into the hot tub.
Lovely.
And
I
she
mean, there's no better way.
And
No
she
better
hands
person.
you the Prosecco.
Yeah.
I said, there's me then, a lovely hot summer's day, myself and two sisters in the hot tub. It was lovely.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not weird, like.
No, not at all.
No. It's not. No, but it's not though unless you make it weird.
No, exactly.
Which I'm trying to do, but a little bit.
Yeah.
But it, you know what I mean?
The other thing that came up on the thing, and I don't know, to be close
Was
to people-
Laura not with you?
No, it was a family thing.
Oh, you're not family yet, Laura, lovey. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The family are kind of going, yeah, I believe that marriage when I see it, yeah? You're not coming to this one. You know?
It was trying to recreate the good old days of the holidays back when we were young, like.
Oh, yeah. Like when
and
you-
those did not include different types of hot tub.
Yeah.
Yeah, kitchen sink type jobs.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like the holidays back in the day was up to Bundoran to Waterworlds, like, you know what I mean?
We hired a boat.
What kind of boat?
A small boat, a yellow one with an engine on the back, and I
I thought it was one of those ones.
No, not the pedal boat.
You know the Schwan ones you get at Westport House?
No.
You'd be absolutely out of it after 30 seconds of that, like.
No, I'm a boater now as well. That's very good.
Are you?
Yeah.
Have you got a little captain's hat?
No.
You should get a little captain's hat. Come here, hiring a boat. What do you mean, like?
Just hired a boat to drive around not to drive. Is it called driving?
Yeah.
Drive around the lake.
Yeah.
So you bring a picnic with you.
Right.
And you pull up somewhere and you have the picnic.
Yeah. What's the name of it again? Loch something or other.
Loch, Gill, Arrow, Derg.
Loch Gill
One
Arrow.
of the-
Yeah, I know it. I actually know
It's
it.
one of those lakes.
Okay,
yeah.
so what other highlights did you have?
Anyway,
I know
that
you
was-
keep looking at your page.
That
like
was the
you're
end of
going-
Wineport
Okay.
with the sisters. And then there was a little bit of a break then at a wedding. We were at Niamh and Rory's wedding. But the highlight of Niamh and Rory's wedding was a very specific moment on the dance floor toward the end of the night.
Okay.
Niamh's father is a fellow named Shamey. Is it Shamey? I think it's Shamey. Shamey, yeah. So
Can I
Shamey-
just say, be careful about talking about people, by the way.
I know. And this is going out there now.
I fucking heard some horror stories recently, man. That's
Jamie-
always my big worry, is that we talk about people that we shouldn't be talking about.
I'm hoping he'll take this all right.
Okay, well,
He was standing there beside me and the arms, he's a very jolly man, very good crack. He was really enjoying the wedding.
Okay.
And he had the arms folded like this and he was looking out at the dance floor, myself and himself, 'cause that's what I do. I just stand there looking out at the dance floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just say, I saw a video of Ray that I took myself from my sister's wedding, and you danced for, I think, 8 to 9 seconds.
8 to 9 seconds
Yeah,
with the height.
and then you fucked off the dance floor
I'll
again.
go get a video of this or something.
You went
yeah.
out and you jumped 3 times with Sean O'Reilly, and then you went, no,
No.
I'm way too exposed here, and you headed
Exact
straight
same
back
thing
off.
happened, standing there talking to Shamey, and Shamey says to me, "Jeez, I'm delighted for yourself and Laura," he says.
Yeah.
I said, "Thanks very much." He said, "No, it's great now. I'm really glad she met you, because I'll tell you, all the good-looking lads, they're pricks." I says, "Go on." No, I mean, there was years there. She was flat out seeing very good-looking fellas, and none of them were nice at all.
No.
But I'm delighted she met you.
Yeah,
Do you know, you're just what she needed.
the goodness is in the ugly bastards.
And then it dawned on him
Yeah.
what it sounded like, he said.
No, it did. That's not what it sounded like. It's what he did say.
No, he
It's
turned
absolutely
around then,
what
he
he
put
said.
the arm on the shoulder, he said, "No, I'm not saying you're not a good-looking fella. I'm just saying the other fellas,
They were belters.
they were belters of lads, but they were pricks."
No, but that's a good point, though, Ray. Now, I'm not saying you're not oil painting, but like you're not going to be. No, but me included, but no one's going to put our faces up on the fucking in the Louvre in Paris,
No.
beside the Mona Lisa.
No.
Even though I think she's an ugly bitch. But anyway, maybe she was good looking at the time. But what I'm saying is, we're not. Do you know what I mean? But we've talked about this before. There's more value to a gentleman
Yeah.
than the size of his
Well,
heart. His face.
We try harder, I think that's what it is.
Well, you fucking try very hard now, I have to say. No, you do try hard.
try hard.
One of the first times we ever done one of these things, you, who is terrified of performing, you performed an entire scene from a musical
Yeah.
just for Laura.
I know, well, I enjoyed
I mean,
that.
that's desperate now. That's that is desperate. You're getting desperate now. No, I think you're a good-looking man.
Thanks.
I think there's plenty of better-looking fellas.
Yes.
But that's true of both of us.
Yeah.
Now, I think I'm a little bit better looking than you, probably.
Yeah, I hope Shamey doesn't
Let's
mind
not
now we
put it
tell
to a
that
boat,
story.
but- what?
Yeah, do you want to do that one?
No, let's not do that one, you prick. I'm vulnerable lately, and I've told you that.
Yes, yeah.
I'm way past my prime.
Yeah.
And I'm an idiot. Do you know what I used to say growing up? More misogyny. I used to say, a fella doesn't come into his prime until he's about 35.
Yeah.
And this is fucking true. I used to say, I think women fade quicker. What an arrogant prick I was. Because I have faded, Raymond, like a fucking... like a winter sun.
Do you want me to put it to the vote?
Honestly, Ray.
Don't put it to the vote.
What? No, don't put it to a vote, you prick, because they're going to, you are better looking than I'm very vulnerable right now.
Right.
Keep going.
So anyway, after the wedding,
Yeah.
and after Shamey's kind words, thanks Shamey.
You went off with a big fucking head.
I thought I'm going to have to spruce myself up.
Right.
And this is an item that I don't know the people do. Fellas, I'm talking.
You gave yourself a spruce spring clean.
Woo! I am not having the mouthwash, that's what I'm saying. I'll take... Thank you.
Jeez, I'll have the mouthwash. What's that now? I'll have to find out now. Okay,
So,
here we go.
This is a courtesy of Anderson's tremendous cocktail menu.
Oh, that's called a Colgate Delight. Oh, it's lovely.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, it's unbelievable. That's the worrying thing about these fucking cocktails. They're unbelievable. Like, you drink 40 of them, and all of a sudden you have your top off fighting outside, and you don't know how. You know what I mean? You don't know how.
And there's three
like.
Gardaí trying to settle you.
Yeah, because that's the fucking thing. Like, you don't realise. If I drank 10 of them, Ray, I would be so argumentative. It's unbelievable. You know? It's what's that one?
That's that's all the things you shouldn't drink at the end of a night in one glass. Do you know, that is like when you finish on the pints and you go, we go on the spirits.
Yeah.
That's what it tastes like in your mouth at the end.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez. That's the next morning job.
Anyway.
Well, what a wonderful advertisement for whatever that drink is. I made a loan advertisement of this.
Yeah, it's lovely. Anyway, so I had to get myself ready for the holiday then because I wanted to look well done with the pool.
Did you win? Yeah, okay, so that's the thing, you see. Your man sends you off. You're like, I'm about to go take my top off in Greece for 2 weeks.
Yes, this is
and
my
he
big
said,
worry.
I wouldn't, you're an ugly bastard. You
Yeah,
know what I
but
mean?
you're sound.
Yeah. You're a nice
Basically.
fella, but that body won't get you anywhere.
Yeah, so I had to address some issues with the body.
Okay, and you did this in 48 hours.
Yes.
Okay, that is, I mean, someone should sell that DVD. You know what I mean? I've heard of this 6-minute abs stuff, like,
No.
this is fucking...
There was only certain things I could address.
Okay.
Do you know, other stuff was just...
Well,
know.
you'll be surprised what shaving would do. No, I mean, like,
Do you ever
sometimes...
find that when you get sick
No.
and you lose a load of weight over 2 days?
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Oh, that's a good look. Yeah,
Yeah.
that kind of sick, that gaunt look.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm fucking slim.
You ever
when that
you'd
shit
be
happens.
delighted you hop up on the weighing scales and go, Jesus, half a stone gone.
Yeah. I wish I got sick more often.
Oh, I tell you, that was a great vomiting bug. No,
That's one of the best vomit bugs I've ever had.
I settled on just trying to groom myself to be better.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
A lot of bit of shaving.
This is the bit I want to get into now.
Now, sometimes when I shave some of my body, man, I look like an overgrown baby. Sometimes I find that happens. You can't go too far either, like.
Do you suffer from a small from a small patch of fluffy hair just above the bumhole? Kind of the small of your back.
Hang on now, you shouldn't have said bumhole because now everyone is picturing your arse.
No, don't picture that.
Everybody has a
your
mental
arse.
picture of your ass right now.
Right,
No,
but anyway-
are you on about at the bottom of your back?
Yeah, small of your back.
The kind of one that I do see sometimes tangled up in the belt. You're like, what? No,
Yeah.
I don't have that.
Right.
I don't have that. I have hair growing where it should grow.
Well, I had a little drop of that, little triangular piece.
Oh, that's rotten.
Right?
That's rotten. That's an awful place to have.
But it has a purpose.
Okay.
It eases the friction between the back of your jocks.
Huh?
Right.
So that's why you think. So you think that evolution-wise, right? That over millions of years of evolution,
yeah.
we have kept the hair on our back because we wear jocks.
Well, trousers.
Jocks that we've only worn for the last 150 years.
Just, some sort of covering.
So that's why you have it anyway.
That's why I had
Itchy
it.
jocks.
Because I decided I was going to get rid of it.
Yeah.
So with the use of 3 mirrors, this kind of crack, and,
Nice.
and a razor chop.
And would you not let Laura ask us?
No.
That's not something for her to be asked.
There are some things in life you need to do yourself.
No. And shaving the small of your back is one of them. A friend of mine used to say basic upkeep, he used to call us. Yeah. He's saying, don't try and turn yourself into a fucking, you know what I mean, action man. But he said a little bit of basic upkeep. You have to keep... I was a dibber for taking me Mickey out when I was,
When?
When I was about 4. No. When I used to be on the road with the boys gigging.
Right. You were
used
one
to-
of those fellas.
I don't know what. I used to get bored. Did I tell you this before?
Something about a van on the
Yeah,
way
I used to be
home.
the only one sitting in the back of the van. So we'd be like driving to Waterford, like a 4-hour journey.
Yeah.
And so I get into the van, and after about a half an hour, I just take all my clothes off, right? But I wouldn't say anything. I just put my earphones in, and like, it could be 45 minutes before the lads turn around.
Yeah.
And they're kind of like, oh, I might ask Kendy if he wants a sweet. Oh, Jesus Christ almighty. You know? Anyway, one of the things that used to be said to me was a bit of basic upkeep, for God's sake.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, don't go too far, but a little bit of trimming here and there But sometimes I get ingrown hairs from the bastard joke, is all I'm saying. And that's exactly what's going to happen to you if
No,
you shave
I
them.
was fine after it, but I wanted to say, did you have
Where
a
else
similar-
did you trim?
What?
Where else did you trim?
Nowhere else.
Come on now.
Nowhere else.
You didn't do the legs anyway.
No,
I know that
legs,
for sure.
no.
That's another thing as well. Sometimes it looks like a target. Sometimes it looks like a target.
What looks like a target?
So, stop now, because I'm trying to be fucking... I'm trying to not... I'm pretty disgusting, like. So, sometimes it looks like a target.
What?
I have hair growing all over my whole body. Okay?
Yeah.
And if you're trying to have basic upkeep of a certain region,
Yes.
a region that might make you a baby,
Oh, it's the only bit that
and then
isn't-
if you shave that, then all of a
Yeah.
sudden you have a big circle like around your fucking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that happens sometimes, like.
Yeah.
You know. So keep that in mind if you're on about making a baby, because they'll laugh at it when they see it. Then. They will, like.
That
do you
kind
know?
of takes the vibe out of it, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
so you got to be very careful. Like, I mean, I treat it like a Premier League pitch. About an eighth of an inch is usually good to leave on it. You know, just to not. It doesn't lengthen it now. But come here. Sorry. What were you saying? I can't fuck it. I'm actually gone blind now. I don't know what I'm even saying anymore. Keep going. Keep going quick before I get in trouble.
That was it now on that bit. Wait, let's see. Did you see the ads in the airport? The Skoda airport ads, no? Anybody know?
What?
No. Anybody
someone
else? Anyone? Yes. Well, Cathal has seen them, yes. It's basically, they've taken Irish mythology
Right.
and they have basically
Put it into a Swedish car.
They put a car in the picture.
Right.
So you'd have Cú Cullen with the Hurley and the
Right.
Hound, and then there'll be a Skoda parked beside him.
A Fabia. Yeah. Well, he did drive a Fabia.
Yeah,
I used
and
to-
there'll be like the three swans, that they'll be on the lake,
Right.
and there'll be a Skoda parked on the beach
Right,
beside
okay.
it. What, you hadn't seen them?
No, how?
No, should we move on? So
What the fuck was that about? Why are you asking me that?
I just thought they were really odd ads.
But why did you think that I would have...
I thought you might have seen them.
And what do you think I was going to say when I said I'd seen them? Yeah, seen them. Like, you must think I could fucking pull a torn out of that. And like,
See, these are the things that I get told not to say.
yeah, I know, you should.
I said that one.
Keep going.
How
We are
would
going
I-
to take a break soon, by the way.
We're going to take a break soon.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Jeez, I'm nervous now.
What's on the other end of it?
What's the other end? You don't want to know.
Okay, good.
It's an informational piece about pigeons. I was warned not to do it. Don't do it.
We'll come back. Can we circle
No,
back
I don't
to
think
that?
we need to talk about the pigeons.
No, let's circle back to the pigeons.
Circle back after.
Yeah, I want
Right.
to fucking... I'll read this and see if it's worth that then.
Well, I suppose I could give some highlights for the second half as to what I'll be talking
Come
about.
here. Like, what the fuck? I'm only after realising. I'm only after fucking realising.
Yeah, talk
We've
about
been talking for fucking a half an hour
Yeah.
about your holidays.
Yeah,
right?
I haven't got to them yet.
You haven't even mentioned... You told me about a fucking Skoda garage inside, whatever. You haven't told me anything about the holidays.
The,
like.
the break is really annoying me because I'm afraid of breaking it up and doing the
Well,
wrong
you can
thing.
break it up.
Right, fine.
Just get to fucking Greece.
I'm in Greece.
Jesus Christ.
We
like.
went to Athens. It was
Okay.
lovely. It wasn't lovely, if in fairness. It wasn't lovely at all.
Why?
Athens isn't nice.
Isn't it?
Ah, it isn't places like.
What do
But
you mean?
it's Jesus fucking filthy.
Okay, well, here's what we'll do. Let's get through Athens and then we'll take a break, right? Tell me, come here, is Athens a big city?
A big city.
I'm not surprised it's filthy then, right?
Yeah.
You could travel all over the world, and I've noticed this. Travel
Yeah.
all over the world, right? And go to the cities that you think are beautiful. They're going to be fucking rotten.
Yeah.
There's going to be shit everywhere.
It wasn't
and
what I
rubbish.
thought it would be, but we went to see the apocalypse, the acropolis.
You went to see the apocalypse.
I can't believe. Oh no. For the whole time we were in Athens, all I was hearing from Laura was, so what time are we going to the apocalypse at?
And what's it actually called?
It's called the acropolis.
What's that mean?
No, there's no lips in there. It's acropolis. Oh, feck. Acropolis.
Acropolis.
Yeah,
Okay.
Acropolis.
Okay.
It's basically a kind of a small mountain. It's like their version of Knocknarea, except they're way more developed.
Right.
It's not just a mound of stones. It's loads of temples and the Parthenon, and it's
Okay,
been
so
there
they
for
went
about-
a bit further than burying Queen Maeve once.
You did, yeah. They didn't just. I think that's perfect now. That's what we said here.
Keep going anyway, sir. What were you saying?
Then we went to Rhodes, and this is the bit that'll be in the second half.
Okay.
And I hope it'll be savage because Jesus
But-
Christ, I'm really big.
No,
in
but
it
come
up.
here. Hang on a second now. Athens.
Athens was.
You didn't tell me about the Acropolis.
We just went to it.
But what is it though?
Oh, it's just temples and stuff. Loads of tourists. It's basically an ongoing building site.
And you wonder why when I go on holidays I just sit in my arse.
Yeah, but I have to say, for me, it was a bucket list thing. Like, I've been reading about this place since all my life.
And was it worth it then?
It
when you
was
seen
absolutely worth it. We went up at 8 o'clock in the morning, which was great, so it wasn't too hot.
Right.
And it was nice and cloudy, and there wasn't too many Americans around. And it was lovely. Sorry, Gracie, I forget there's one in the crowd. Oh my God. I apologise.
The Americans ruin everything.
No, yeah, they do, in fairness.
They're just awful obnoxious.
First of all, there's loads of them. They come in a big boat, and they get a bus, and they're walking around with stickers on them. And they go, oh my God, take a photo of that.
Yeah.
You're there trying to soak it in and trying to relive your childhood reading about these things in the book thing, you know?
Being ignorant Irish as
Yeah.
well. Like, yeah. Like, we don't really, we don't amalgamate very well, you know?
Well, no, I think the Irish people, we just move on. We try and get through it as fast as possible.
Yeah.
So we did the apocalypse in like no time at all.
You went through the apocalypse in no time, okay. But the Americans are
The Americans,
stopping.
they linger.
Yeah, they do.
They linger and they have to take 40,000 photos of blocks. Literally bits of rock on the floor.
They're afraid they'll miss something, like.
Yeah.
You know, I don't take photos at all, like, of anything. Did you take photos while you were there as well? Like,
Took the odd photo, yeah.
Did you take photos of you and Laura beside some of this stuff? Like,
Yes.
That's mortifying for
And
me.
we did it in the, you know, on the iPhones, you zoom out, and all of a sudden you have really long legs.
What?
Yeah.
What's
Never
that
mind.
mean? What the fuck does that mean?
I just really enjoyed it.
Okay, so we're going to take a break. We're going to take a break while we can. Go get a drink. Let's get out of it. And good luck. We'll see you soon. Okay, bye now. So we're back here for the second half. Okay, Ray's just like the fucking news presenter. He's going to read out his stuff. Can I tell you, you have no idea how much this means to Ray to be doing something like this. Like, we just walked back. Shut up for a sec. We just walked back, right? And me and Brenda were chatting back there, and Ray was beside us, and he just had his head in his hands. Brenda said, "What's wrong with you?" He said, "I'm going to die early if I keep doing shows like this." Like, the nerves that you get to have to do this is outrageous. So I feel like you're overcoming something. So I just want to say a big fair play to you.
Thanks very much.
You know, and I can see by the hitting you as well that didn't help. What I just said there didn't make it any easier. Okay, so we're probably just going to go back to the crack.
Yeah.
And then, for another, like, I don't know, 3 hours. And
3 hours.
And then we leave it
cut
at that.
yeah.
I know, probably about 15 minutes or so, or 20 minutes. Okay, so Ray, you can just hit off with your crack there, okay?
I'm going to start with when we got to Greece, we got in there and we're over the road.
Finally.
Yes, finally, we're there. So as I said before, I have a tendency to sleep talk. And this happened, I'm going to say the first night in a round of the holiday.
So you have an app on your phone
Yes.
that automatically records whenever it detects noise.
Yes.
And that is how we capture.
This is how I caught. I caught this experience.
Okay, cool.
So
okay.
do you have to turn it up there now?
I think it's up, Ray. Yeah, go
Is
on
it
ahead.
up there on the Bluetooth?
Try it there and see now.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, these are the intimate moments of me asleep in the bed. Laura is also present.
Yeah, does it always record when? Does it always record when it hears noise?
Yes.
So any noise. Like.
Yeah.
So you could hit the wrong one there now, to be honest.
I know. I wouldn't save it as a favourite.
A lot of grunting. You fucking would.
Ordinarily, you know. So, yeah.
Is that real? Does
What?
that happen?
It can happen.
Right.
Do you know the cat has been meowing?
Right.
It picks that up.
Hey, I know what you're saying.
You pick it up and it wouldn't down.
I know what you're saying about
Yeah.
the cat be out of the wood.
Anyway, we got there. That night then I was a bit stressed.
Right.
And this is what happened.
Okay.
And this was recorded. And I like to call this the assault. Right? So the first voice you'll hear will be Laura's.
Right.
And the second voice will be my reaction to waking up to hearing Laura's reaction.
Okay.
Right? So what I did was, apparently I kind of rolled over and possibly jumped in her a small bit.
And you're sure this is the right clip now? You're going to
This
show
is definitely the right clip. So it's good. It's good. Yeah. So here we go now. That's me getting up.
Play that again?
Sure. So she's reacting, then I react to her reacting. With
It's indistinguishable. It sounds like two women.
I sound like a goat.
It actually sounds like two women.
Yeah.
Is that you at the end going, woo?
Yeah, that was me.
But why were you shouting to her when
Because
you were...
I was fast asleep having a great dream, and next thing I wake up to her going, ow, ow.
So, did you wake up mid-flight? As in, like, you jumped on her, and then... Oh, what?
Yeah.
That's unreal. Because did we talk about this before? Can you get away with shit for doing it then?
Apparently you can.
If Laura's like, he elbowed me into the eye.
Yeah.
And now I look like a fucking heavyweight boxer.
Yeah.
Like, could she say, and
Absolutely.
you can say,
Yeah.
but can you say...
I think someone got away with it.
Let me ask one question. Yeah, you just kept going, can you,
Yeah.
can I though? Like, could she, no, can you get away with it?
Yes.
Yeah, she can get away with it.
I think so, yeah.
That's unbelievable.
But sure, I was asleep.
That's mad. Is that the only one you got?
That's the only one I got.
Definitely.
It was quiet after that.
But do you have to apologise to her then and go, I'm sorry for jumping
I felt
on you?
horrible.
And is she annoyed?
She was annoyed at the time,
Because
yes.
there's nothing you can do. She probably knows she can't be annoyed. But she did have a 24-stone man jump on. You know what I mean?
A 39-year-old, 24-stone man. Yeah. Imagine waking up to that, though. That's a scary thing.
Obviously it is. Especially when they're screaming at you. Jumping on top of you, man. Jesus, that's unbelievable.
Yeah. That was the first night in Rhodes.
Okay, good start.
And then I got obsessed with, there's two things that happened to me over the week I was there, or the 10 days I was there.
Okay.
First of all, the weather was lovely. It was really rainy. There was loads of clouds. And I was delighted.
But that's not lovely.
It was nice for me.
Yeah, but this is the argument we have. I always say when you're on holidays, go out and enjoy the sun.
No, there was none
Listen
for the
to-
first few days. It was brilliant.
Okay.
So we got to explore all the historical monuments.
Oh, jeez.
And I got obsessed. It's the mightiest little island for castles.
Oh my God, Ray. You can see castles on the west coast of
No,
Ireland.
not castles. Like, these are castles on steroids. They're big motherfucker castles.
Right.
They were built by a shower of lads called the Knights Hospitaller.
Knights Hospital.
Knights Hospitalers.
Right, okay.
Right, they ran hospitals.
Right,
They were knights,
right.
fighting lads.
Night shifts.
That,
Okay,
that,
yeah, go
that
on.
basically created hospitals back in Jerusalem in the 11th century.
Savage.
Right,
Okay.
and then the Muslims kicked them out.
Right.
They didn't enjoy
Are we
having them
getting
around.
into that now? No,
I'm going to give you the quick synopsis of where the castles came
Okay.
from. You're going to love my history bits, obviously.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. So the 11th century, they were kicked out of Jerusalem, right? And then they went and they settled in a little island called Rhodes, which is what we went to. And they built this fuck-off castle.
They did.
And then the Muslims tried to get them out twice.
Okay. So did they follow them over and say, no, we want this as well?
They just didn't like them.
Okay.
So yeah, they tried to kick them out in 1480.
Right.
And then they tried to kick them out again in 1522.
Right.
And it was marvellous.
But are you saying that they should have kicked them out? or
Oh
not?
yeah, they should have kicked them out, yeah.
But wait now. So you're picking a side on this. Good. Because I wanted to tell Vince that. So you're saying the Muslims are right to kick out the hospitalers.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Why though?
As much as they were good at building castles, they were a bad shower of bastards.
Okay, so they go to one place,
Yeah.
and they try and build a hospital,
Yeah.
and the Muslims say, "Get the all right," and then they go, "Okay, we're gone." Say nothing, we're gone, and then they get followed across to say, "Get the fuck out of here as well." What the hell are you doing here?
They might have a little bit of pirating as well. They were robbing ships and stuff.
Oh,
that
right,
was the
okay.
other. Those hospitals and robbing
You had
ships.
to pay for it somehow. But like,
Exactly, yeah.
everybody was a bastard back then.
Yeah, but-
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
there was never a good story back then. Like everyone was a
But you know what the mad thing is? These Knights Hospitalers, they're now the Order of Malta.
what?
Yeah.
So you're telling me that they were at the junior match I was at last week?
That's the thing. So these lads
What?
were... that's the evolution of it. The Order of Malta are essentially the successors of these lads that built the big castles and roads that I was loving.
That is absolutely outrageous.
So next
like,
time you see an Order
that
of
this
Malta
fella
person...
who is giving me CPR at EP, man, because I took one of those fucking skull drugs. He built a hospital in Rhodes.
Yeah, his
1100
ancestors.
years ago.
Yeah,
Jesus, that is bad, actually.
that's where they came from.
That's a direct ancestor. That's unreal. Okay, any other crack from the holiday?
I have
like.
no. That's it. Now I just want the bit. I go through the bits.
Okay, go on. Go through the bits.
First of all, can you say Irish wristwatch?
Irish wristwatch. Say it again.
Say Irish wristwatch. Irish wristwatch.
Irish wrist. Irish wrist. Irish wrist. I'm fucking stuck. Irish wristwatch. That's
it.
Fucking hell, man.
Hard,
That was
isn't
tough.
it?
Oh, I stumbled.
Yeah, stumbled.
Go on.
Yeah, you. There was something you were supposed to tell me because my sister Marie is in the crowd tonight. She said something to you in a pub a couple of weeks ago that you said you'll have to say to me.
She's an
on the
ignorant
pod.
bastard.
What?
Come here. Yeah, she's an ignorant bastard, Jeff. Got to tell you that, Jeff.
Yeah.
Me and your sister are arch enemies now.
Right.
Do you remember that story you told earlier on about your man who said, Laura used to be with loads of good looking fellas. I'm glad she's with you now.
Yes.
Okay, I did a gig in Ballina.
Yeah.
I rocked it out of it, man.
Yeah.
Oh, they
You
loved
filled
it.
in that night, didn't you?
Huh?
You
I
saved
did.
the whole thing.
I was full Phil Collins, man.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
They're still talking about me in Ballina,
Mm-hmm.
saying, who's that cute guy? Anyway, so, and I finished the gig and I went down to Marie. I said, go and sit down beside Marie now, you know. And she said, Mark, you're getting better. And she thought that was a genuine compliment.
Oh no.
She was like, Mark, I have to say you're getting better, like, from when I see you.
You're improving something for
Yeah,
years.
you're improving,
Yeah.
is what she meant
And
to
you were
say.
on a high coming off the stage.
I was on a high, man.
marvellous.
She fucking wanted me straight back down. The exact same equivalent of saying to you, yeah, I'm glad now she's with an ugly bastard. You know what I mean? It's the same. It was unbelievable.
We're some family
And I
friends.
never ever let her live it down, like,
No.
ever again.
That's
We
good.
can't-
Yeah, this will be recorded now forever.
Yeah, and everyone will know what she's capable of. Don't ever ask for a compliment off Marie McAndrew, ladies and gentlemen. And you're the crack, no?
Oh, Jesus, now. I'm getting down to the dregs of the situation
Don't.
here. Are you sure?
What?
You sure? You don't want me to do the dregs?
No, don't ask the shite now.
Right.
If you ask me about pigeons, man, don't go with the pigeons. Don't.
Don't do the pigeons.
It's hard lines when you're like, no, this is the worst thing I've ever heard.
Right.
Tell me the pigeon story.
No, it was real quick. It's just that they sound like. People think pigeons are not sound. They are sound. So, pigeons are descendants of wild rock doves, and apparently they were lovely things. They were pets. People were really inspired by them back in the day. That's why they ended up in all the cities, because fellas would bring them in going, look at my savage pigeon. Do you know?
Thanks very much, ladies and gentlemen.
They can do maths. They can do maths. Pigeons can do basic maths. No more than yourself. They can tell the difference between real words and fake words.
How do you know this, though?
What?
I'm still annoyed that you said
I'm
they
sure
can do
they've done-
maths.
they've done
How
some-
do you know they can do maths? Like, did they fucking sit the leaving cert?
No, I'm sure they've. If there was 3 beans on one side and 2 beans on the other side, they'd obviously write 5 on a piece of paper. That kind of thing. They're monogamous,
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
right? They mate for life, basically.
They which?
They mate for life, so they're like penguins, but they don't get half the love. And they're really hardy little birds because they could have 1 foot missing, and you'd still see them hopping along looking for bits of bread.
But you see people with one leg hopping along.
Yeah,
There's
but
the tip of that sweet bit, like.
that's now my little piece on pigeons. I was told not to do it, and the other bit that I was told not to do is words you should never Google.
Oh, fucking Christ on this.
And I have most of them crossed out because they're terrible. Oh God, yeah.
Just
right.
give me one,
One.
and let me decide if it's all right or not.
Right. Docking.
Huh?
Docking.
What do you mean? That doesn't...
You'd have to look it up. Oh my God, who knows it? No? Don't look it up. It's when 2 men get very... Yeah. No, don't read it out. Well, you can if you want, Jack. Can you describe what docking is? And I'll give everybody a little bit of a visual.
Oh, for fuck's sake. A very intimate and intense sexual act. I mean, we're fucking going straight on to the bottom here. This is the bottom of the barrel. Like.
Yeah, but just go crack at the end of the day. I don't mean to do it. I mean at the end of the podcast, it's nice to talk about it.
Tip to tip is underlined.
It's tip to tip. But it's a cozy tip to tip.
No, but it's very... No, but there's a very particular part of it. A very intimate and intense sexual act performed between 2 uncircumcised men.
Yes.
You have to be uncircumcised.
Yeah.
Guy 1 pull... No, I'm not. No.
Go on, for the uneducated. Or maybe not, just leave it. Leave it to the imagination.
For the love of tits. After reading it, they were like, go into images for the crowd.
Don't quit the images.
It's 2 hot dogs. That's the first fucking thing that comes up.
I seen the 2 hot dogs well. It's very well.
That's
Yeah.
unbelievable. That's docking anyway, lads, in case anyone's wondering. I mean, that's way more playful, like, than what I fucking read. I mean, that's good crack, like, you could show that to a child.
Yes.
You know? I'm going to be a shit father. Oh, my God.
I had about 14 things written down, and each one of them I crossed out as I looked them up. And I said, I can't for the life of me actually talk about that or even suggest it.
Give me one more.
Whoa, you sure?
Give me one more. This is it then.
This is it then.
Okay.
And then we also have to do the I'm just going to basically say it to you. You're going to look it up, and then you're going to react. You're not going to say anything, and then we're going to plough on with the thank yous and fair play to me's.
If I'm able.
The word is smegma. no,
Why do
the
people
reaction
know
is
this?
shocking.
What is this?
Smegma. And on that note, on that cheesy note, while Mark is getting over that, we'd like to thank everybody for coming along
We
tonight.
have fucking hit rock bottom. We have hit rock bottom, man.
I know.
We're supposed to be family friendly.
We are family friendly.
You know, we got an email this week asking us would we be on a radio station.
in Boston.
And that's the shit.
There's a radio station
They're
in
going to
Boston.
say, can you send us on some of your content? No bother at all, man.
There's a radio station in Boston looking for people to do a 2-hour slot. And I don't know, that's hilarious to me that the two of us will be doing 2 hours on a radio station in Boston remotely. Giving out about Americans. I think it's just what they need.
Well, I tell you after this one, if they listen to the last 5 minutes, we won't be fucking getting on it, man. You wouldn't have that in Howard Stern. Come here.
I've more for after as well.
Don't, man, because I don't want you upset me now. Listen, we're going to leave it at that. Don't Google those things. You've been here long enough.
Two girls, one cup.
No, here, that was the big one going around in school, man. Jesus Christ, like.
Yeah. Gary Oldman without the R. Carry on there now.
What? What?
Gary Oldman without the R.
Oh, I like that. Anyone else get that? That's brilliant.
Anyway, Patreon.
Did you ever, Patreon. There was another one called like Lemon Party or something.
Oh,
when we were
that's
kids.
horrible.
So there was one that we used to do when we were in college, and it was, you'd send them a link, and when they clicked into it, a video of 3 old men having a shower would come up on their computer in the library.
Yeah.
And every time you tried to hit the X, it'd go to a different part of the screen. It'd start moving around. And it'd play this fucking music. And the panic, like a bit.
But the worst one is the sex one with the lady shouting. Do you know that one when you get that message?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's fucking... You know, everyone know that one as well, and they have the compressor up to the skin on it as well. You know when you get the message, like they're like, you won't believe what Jurgen Klopp said about Liverpool this week.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck did he say? Shit. Fucking Jesus, man, you can't get away with that nowadays. Listen, we do have to finish up. I go get sick. So, we are on Patreon. If you do want to follow our Patreon page, it's patreon.com/Kendy Raybo podcast.
Yeah.
And you can watch, that's why the cameras are here, you can watch this video on us and not just listen. Other than that, if it's your first time coming or whatever, fair play to you for coming along. This is another unbelievable crowd that has come out. Thank you so much indeed. We do this every week. Our episodes are out every Thursday. So do make sure that you listen, even if you're not
Thanks
on
very
Patreon.
much for coming. Fair play to you.
Fair play to Brendan for flicking the keys off himself back here as well,
Yeah.
changing the cameras. Thank you so much.
And the next
indeed.
live show is...
It's the next one.
the first Monday in October.
Yes, October the 3rd.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
I'll
Yeah.
be a father when that one's on.
Oh yeah, your child will be here.
And,
Not that she's not here tonight. She's here, but
when's the white collar boxing match going to happen?
Oh yeah, me and Rach box the heads of each other.
Yeah.
Shit.
I think it'd be nice for Christmas.
Yeah, we better. No, let's do it the week before his wedding. I want him to have black eyes. I wanted to have black eyes and everyone at your wedding go, why? And you have to tell them Kendy kicked the head of me.
Yeah.
I would love that.
I'd hate you not to be at the wedding, obviously. So.
Oh! Where'll I be? Psycho Hospital?
Yeah.
I will be fucking tits be in Psycho Hospital. Listen, lads, thank you so much indeed.
Thanks
Ray,
very much.
fair play to me.
Fair play to me.
Good luck!
Good luck.
The Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Anderson's Tremendous Event Centre and Wonderful Food Items, and the Blind Tiger's marvellous alcoholic fruit drinks.